Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4, playing as Colombia. And I do want to address a few things real quick before we jump in here. I think I played the first few episodes that you guys saw all kind of in one sitting or pretty close to each other, so I didn't really get to see a lot of comments until now, so this is my first chance to really kind of respond to some of the comments. I know some people are giving me some pretty helpful comments about different things that I'm doing right, different things I'm doing wrong, and how to change some of those things. So that's very helpful. I do appreciate that. I will mention that I do think it's easier to learn by making mistakes sometimes than reading an answer that somebody else has given you, because I think it sticks a little bit more. So I'm probably still going to, I did read your comments, and I'm trying to remember some of those and things like that. But honestly, I'm still probably going to make some mistakes, and I'm okay with that. So because, again, I think those things will stick in my head a little bit more. Anyway, I know there's a good argument to be had that maybe I should wait till I know the game a little bit better before I try it out and play it. But, I guess I figure if you're still watching these videos that you're okay with the fact that I don't know the game that well. It's obviously a choice whether or not you watch them. So, I guess there's that. I do think this war, even though this war with Peru is not going as quick as I had hoped it would, I think it's still going well. I mean, to be fair, we've killed more than double their units than they've killed of ours. So I think we're doing something right. We currently have more fielded manpower than they do. So I think we're getting to a point where we're going to be able to turn the tides and kind of finish this thing off. So I think we're doing something right. We could have done it better. I think it's probably the better argument to say. We're doing okay. It could have been better. But, again, it's learning. And I appreciate, anybody who is still sticking around to learn, watch me learn. Or maybe if you haven't played, you're learning as well. Who knows? So maybe if I make a mistake that you weren't sure about, then now that that was a mistake, and maybe you'll learn that way as well. So anyway, we're gonna keep things going a little bit further and see what we can do here. As far as we have some Mountaineer units now, they are elite units, so I'm okay with them staying Mountaineer units for the moment. But truth be told, the regular infantry is probably just fine with all of the jungle and stuff that we're having to go through. I mean, once we get along this line, hopefully the Mountaineer units will help a bit more, which was kind of the goal. I thought we could punch through there a little bit quicker. But with all this jungle and stuff like that, the regular infantry are probably just fine. The cavalry we have over here, the best thing we could probably do with them is just find little holes that we can kind of poke into. For example, it's possible we can move them over to here, poke a hole into here, with because we've been able to take this tile here and there, and maybe we could just punch them through somehow, or do some sort of, who knows, maybe we could do an encirclement somewhere. I don't know. If we can encircle some of these troops over here or over here, I don't know. There might be a way to rush this a little bit more. So I think one thing we will do is I'm going to go ahead and cancel your orders. Can I just delete orders, or just I'll just cancel your orders? That's fine. Oh, that's the big one. That's the little one. And we're just going to just move you guys over here, and we're going to see if we can maybe find a way to punch into this area. Maybe we can do an attack here, and then once we get in there, maybe we can use the faster cavalry to punch through and maybe start making some progress or something. Who knows? Maybe we don't. Maybe we do. We'll find out. I do think if I'm going to do that, what I will probably do is grab you and can I assign you to another one? Okay, if I right click here, I can assign you to this division right here. This is the Mountaineer division, right? Yes. So yep, that did. Okay, so we just have the cavalry in this unit, so that's fine. I don't know if that infantry would have slowed them down or not, but just in case it does, I will do that route, and we'll go from there. What else did we want to do real quick? We have some decisions available. I don't think there's anything I want to jump on right now. I mean, the land appropriation is nice. I mean, it does add a building slot, but nothing critical right this second. The remove civilian factories and turn them into military factories could be useful, but I think we still need some civilian factories. Truth be told, we probably should have had a few more civilian factories before I started converting them to military. But I also kind of thought we were going to get Peru faster and get some civilian factories that way. So it wasn't like I was completely, ignoring civilian factories. I just thought we would have had more by now, which is okay. What are we doing? We're producing all sorts of things. Probably producing way too many things, but we'll go with it for now. Construction. We are still trying to build a military factory up there. Then we're going to do some infrastructure stuff. I think all of that is still okay. We could still pop down a couple more civilian factories just to have them. It might not be the worst idea in the world because we could still also convert those over to military factories if necessary. But it does help us build things faster. But we also don't have a lot of things left to build right this second. So maybe it's less critical. There's something else I was going to look at. I was going to look at our templates over here. For example, I think there was an argument to be had that maybe these artillery weren't as good or as critical. Maybe this one's probably okay, but maybe these weren't as much. I don't know. I don't know if I want to change them right this second. Although it would give us a bunch of artillery back. So I'm going to stick them out for the moment. But I think there was an argument to be had. I'll have to go look up that comment to remember exactly how it was phrased. That the artillery in that particular setup maybe was less useful. At least this early in the game or something like that. So anyway, I don't think there's anything else we're going to adjust at the moment. What are we working on over here? We are working on the CAS effort, which is going to help us with some of our aviation stuff. The idea being there that, you know, maybe some of the aviation things will help us, punch through some of these holes a little bit more as well. And then research. Working on dive bombing again, kind of that line of thinking. Rocket artillery upgrade, because we are starting to throw some more rocket artillery into our units as well. I think it's okay. Let's go ahead and pause. We're still going at speed 4. For now, I think that's okay. Everybody down here is... You're actually starting to think that there's a slight risk, but possible chance that you have the upper hand here. We may click go on that. We'll let our cavalry sneak over here first, and then we'll probably set them up a line. In fact, what we probably will go ahead and do real quick is I'm going to give you guys a front line. Literally just... literally just there. And then we are going to give you an offensive line up to this river. I'm tempted to just go all the way up to this border, because if we can cut this whole thing in half, it might be interesting to see. Alright, that didn't quite draw the way I wanted it to, but I think it kind of gets the point. Isn't there a way to see the path that you would go? I thought there was a way to kind of see the path. Maybe I'm misremembering. Planning speed will increase. Interesting. Last stand. Force attack. That might be useful. Give us more breakthrough when the time comes. We'll see. I'll have to remember those buttons are there. And, but yeah, the idea being that if we can punch a hole in here, maybe the cavalry can sneak through here, grab an empty tile before the other guys move in, and go from there. So we'll see what we can do with that. Go ahead and unpause. We'll get you guys over there and figure out what we're going to do after that. I mean, there's really nothing happening right this second. These guys are having some attrition issues, it looks like. So, you know, they're losing troops that way as well. So that's, you know, helping us technically. Once this cavalry get over here, I'm sure we'll have some attrition issues in this particular unit, or this particular spot as well. But the idea being, once we get over here... Oh, did the whole thing move? I thought I just had the cavalry collect. Or no, some of these other guys are just shuffling. Alright, we do need to get your plan in place. It's going to take some while for that to build up, I think. Ooh, you got up to 10. And they obviously see our movements, and they know that we're coming. So there is that. Yeah, and where's our planning? Which one's planning again? Is it the... There's an organization, that's the one that I have to rebuild after I move around. I don't remember. But we'll sit here for a moment, and we'll see what comes up here in a moment. Actually, we're getting some yellows. It's risky, but maybe slightly less risky than it would have been. I mean, I'm not really going to be waiting for the planning anyway for these guys, to be perfectly honest. It might be worth just going, see what we can do. Sure, why not? Let's go. Let's just go. And then, or I could wait till, let's see here. I could wait for some of these things to come about. You know, we'll wait for this because it's just going to be free bonus. It's coming up in 3 days. And then once that triggers, we'll go ahead and go. It's free boost. Why not? It'll make us a little bit better. As I hold the Alt key down and cough. Let's see here. So we'll come up here to research. What do we want to grab next? Still okay with kind of continuing down this path, to be perfectly honest. Getting us some more breakthrough. You know, it's interesting, but that's only for tanks and armor variants. So maybe less useful for us. This one was for support companies, which we do have some. But if we get through this, we can come down here and get some of the infantry and artillery soft attack. Or even come over here to get some hard attack. I do think picking this up is okay, because it will get us some better stuff later. All right, and we just got a boost, so why not? Let's click the magic buttons and see what happens. I'm gonna hit go on all of these. I will go ahead and hit go on you, but I'm probably gonna move you manually. And what we're definitely gonna do is have you guys all move in here, kind of in a three-pronged attack. I don't know if I'll move literally everybody out of this tile, but I think that's a pretty good start. We're basically sending more units here than they have defending. They've got some attrition going on. Yeah, let's go down and pause. I'm going to go ahead and slow the speed down just a smidge so we can kind of see what happens here. I'm hoping we can punch through this pretty quickly. Oh, you're trying to go through that territory. We don't want that. We actually want you over here. I mean, we're losing. I was hoping it would start flipping around. What's it looking like? We are getting the air support. We're attacking from multiple directions. Decryption advantage. They have enemy air superiority negative. We've got a lot of reserves, so not all of our units are being used right now. That's part of our negative. But, yeah, we're definitely going to lose this one. I mean, part of the idea, though, was just to keep whittling them down little by little. Oh, well, they're down to 8 divisions now. So it seems like we did something. We might be winning this over here, actually. Guess you guys are not doing anything right now. You're still kind of doing your thing. We might be winning this over here. Okay, we got our CAS effort, which gives us some research bonus for, and ahead of time, stuff for close air support models, which is awesome. Rocketry. Interesting. Bomber focus, which we can't do because we have the fighter focus. Well, we can't do this one unless we get flexible navy. Oh, and also I think some of these down here were going to end up being somewhat useful. I may pick up the air production, honestly, because I think it's, of all of these, probably the most useful. Is there anything else we wanted to pick up? Secret weapons. I do want to get down here, but we got to get the factors to get that. I don't think it's time to get the naval stuff right now, honestly. I just don't think we're in a position for that to be worthwhile. Division training time could be useful, but I kind of feel like just getting some of our air units out faster could be kind of nice, or cheaper maybe is the better way to put it. Let's work on that for a little bit. And come back over here to our production, because we are working on some CAS stuff to get that out. We've only got one factory going right now, but I mean, like I said, if we're making that cheaper, then that's good. What else do we want to do? As far as research, what we probably do as soon as one of these comes up is we'll probably work on the next model for CAS stuff. And I think that'll work for us. You know what? If we threw you as guys... You guys are still kind of going in both directions. We might be winning this one. This would be awesome. A lot of negatives on their side. We're losing a lot of organization right now. Our organization is pretty low. If we won this, I think we'd be able to hold this tile. We'd be able to move up our front line, and this would be a pretty good hold for us. Still losing here, but if nothing else, we're keeping some of these units busy while we take this one over here. This one right here, when we take it every time, is really hard to defend because it's got so many ways you can attack at it. This one right here, though, I think will be much easier for us to defend, although we are suddenly losing for a moment. I'm hoping that gets turned back around. We're winning that defense there. Okay, yeah, there we go. We're good there. So yeah, we just pushed up a bit more, and this is a pretty good line for us to defend against. Oh nope, no, suddenly we're losing. Are we going to? It's wavering back and forth a bit. I may need to. May need to use some of you guys. See if you can come over here. Just disrupt those guys a little bit. Just make sure we get that okay. Okay, I think we're okay there. We're good defending here. We still didn't get this zone. Are we attacking into that tile now? Really? Yeah, that's a little scary, but it's actually okay, probably. Did we get it? All right, there's our dive bombing. And I could keep going down that route of things. We do already have a research bonus there anyway. It does give us ground support, but we also have a boost over here to some of this stuff. So I think picking up the close air support here, we are actually not ahead of time here. What we can do is... Oof. I kind of would rather just save the ahead of time thing for this. You can't, like... You can't save that, unfortunately. That would have been much better. I should have researched this, knowing that that was coming, so that we could then pick this thing up 2 years ahead of time. That would have been a pretty big boost. Yeah, 20 ground attack versus 15. I mean, this one already is going to be a 50% increase. I still think this is the right move. At least getting this. I'll be able to start getting some better bombers. Alright, we're good defending here. Our attack's not going super well here, but that's kind of to be expected. We're defending back here just fine. What do we got here? Modified governments. Electronics, industrial. I think one of those is still going to be good to pick up, probably. Heavy fighter, tactical bomber. Fighter or carrier fighter. And air research speed. It goes up in all of these. All right, let's do this one. We are building some fighters. We're not building any carrier fighters, but we are at least building some fighters and researching things like that. So that'll be helpful. I think that'll be good for us. Unassigned divisions. Okay, hello. Let's just assign you to this group. For now. Unfulfilled import requests. Okay, fair enough. And we're starting to lose a few more units. You know, we're not quite... We were pretty overwhelmingly half of theirs. Now we're a little bit close to the exact halfway mark. We are starting to do a solid attack here, though. That's pretty impressive. I'm guessing these mountains are where our mountaineers are starting to maybe do good for us. I still would love this tile right here. I don't think attacking into here is helpful right this second. I mean, we're poking into here. That would be a good way to start getting something going. Would give us a little bit of a three-way attack against this tile, which could be useful. Yeah, I think we're okay for now. I mean, we're starting to lose a lot of units, obviously, because we are attacking. We're actually doing something, but I think some of these battles are going okay. I mean, this one's going back and forth, but you know, it's just a matter of time, I think, at some point. And as we get more of the research things coming in, obviously it's going to be better and better that way. Got rocket artillery upgrade coming up here soon. Which again, a lot of our units do have rocket artillery, and we are building some, so getting just a free stat upgrade to that is just going to be that much better. Right, so our attacks aren't doing too good, but at least our defenses are still holding. Could pause a couple of these. I don't know if that's super critical right this second. It'd be awesome if we could get one of these, though. Do I just take all these units to just try and attack this spot right here? Maybe. We definitely do need this one pretty critically because our air units are only helping up these tiles up here. So being able to get this and hold this would really help us with the rest of this area. Because even these down here aren't getting the, I imagine aren't getting the air support. Yeah, because enemies got air superiority on us there. So yeah, definitely. Definitely taking this tile is a pretty big deal for us. Oh, did we lose there? Oh, we did lose there. Which is fine-ish, because if we can get behind them and circle them in, encircle them, then we can just stomp on a bunch of their units. Because that's the danger. I mean, pushing into somebody's territory is good, but you also run the risk of encirclement. So we got the rocket artillery boost. It is exactly on time to start going down even further. So I actually think just going to take the next rocket artillery boost is still going to be okay here. Just make our rocket artillery that we're building even better. Alright, so we're going to lose this tile. Which direction are they coming from? They're coming from... It's hard to see the lines. They had to be coming from here, right? So a couple of those guys from over here are coming in. There's not really an easy way to get in behind them. What we can do, though, is move the cavalry into there. Well, if we get there before they do, then they can't take that tile, right? Presumably. Actually, don't know if that's how that works. We may be just heading right into an attack here. Actually, I think they stopped sending units over. Nope, he's still sending one. Alright, Cav is almost there. They move pretty quickly. Alright, so one of them is there, two of them are there, four of them there. Okay. So they are attacking. We are not defensive, obviously, as Cav, but we were able to hold them off from being able to take that tile. So that, or that province, if you will, or whatever. United Mexican States joins the Allies. Okay. Interesting. I don't know if that's super, you know, affects us too much, but if we ever wanted to go after Mexico now, it definitely is harder at this point. Alright, so we are holding here. Hopefully some of our infantry gets back in here again, though. We're holding here as well. They want to invite us to their faction, the German Reich. I don't know that that's what we want to do right now. I think we want to hold off for a little bit, kind of be out of that bigger war for right now. And we may go after join their faction at some point, but I don't know that we want to do it right now. We're still, I mean, they're losing a lot of units. They've almost got half the fielded manpower that we do. So, I mean, they have a lot of divisions, but presumably these divisions are pretty weak at this point. Alright, so I think we're good in that territory again. Still having some failed assaults here and there, but... Oh, are we about to take this one? Currently winning. That would be pretty awesome. Guess we're winning battles, but we're not actually doing enough to push them out. Or there's a defensive battle that we're winning. Uh-oh. That one's flipping over to a loss for the moment, although I think our cavalry about to get back in there and help us out a bit. Because this tile is still covered by our airplanes, so we still have at least a little bit of a benefit there. You know what? I'm just going to grab all of you guys and see what happens if we just everybody go into here. Can everybody? Okay, you're currently being attacked, so we can't do anything there. But I would really love to take this tile. We had a momentary win for a second there. I mean, not all of our units are able to attack. That's part of the negatives against us. We've got a bunch of reserves that aren't really helping us out. Our organization is pretty bad. Our strength is pretty low. Maybe we should just stop attacking with the calves because their strength is so low. Yeah, I don't think we're going to flip this one around. I mean, their strength's low too, don't get me wrong. Better than ours at the moment, but we obviously know that their strength is relatively low. Okay, so that didn't work. It might be better to just move these cav out of here, just so we're not causing attrition for right now until they get a little bit better strength, because right now they're really just not doing much. Which actually looks like they are moving back anyway. Let's move you back. I'm actually just going to move you back up here, guys. Just get you out of the way. Maybe we can get you some strength back, and then maybe you'll be useful. We might be losing this tile. Okay, I think we're maybe okay. We're defending pretty good, and as long as we're defending well, then that means they are going to be losing more troops and things. They're over 1 million losses at the moment. I mean, they can't have much left in the tank. Alright, well, we're a little bit over our time, so we're going to go ahead and put a cut in there. When we come back, we will have a couple things being researched that should hopefully help us out a little bit more, and we'll see if we can turn this over. Hey, we got a province, or what is this? Is it a province or a territory or state? I think state's a collection of them. Whatever you call this, we got a tile. That's my word for it. So that's some positive, I guess. Anyway, I do appreciate you watching, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.